Right, on to our final review. Stephen is called. This is obviously the 3-part drama, ITV drama about Stephen Lawrence. I don't think we need to go too much into what Stephen Lawrence is about. I think we all know in terms of that. Do we need to do the synopsis?
Yeah, just so they know what this is about, I guess.
The story of the ongoing struggle by Doreen and Neville Lawrence to achieve justice and how a detective, DCI Clive Driscoll, working closely with the Lawrences, puts together an investigation that finally, more than 18 years after his death, secures the convictions of 2 of the gang who committed the murder of Stephen. How old was you when this happened? So this was 1993.
I don't know, young, primary school.
I feel like this was my first...
Somewhere, I think.
I feel like this was my first... I don't want to say taste, but this was like my first taste of getting to know English racism. I think...
At the time it happened or during the time? I don't feel like at the time.
I think at the time when I was watching the news and stuff, when I was seeing what had happened, why it had happened, because I don't think... I would have been 6.
Maybe you're right. Yeah.
I would have been 6, so I don't think I would have known much about the level of racism of what it was going on. I probably might have inkling knew about me being black and someone being white or whatever and etc. But I don't think I knew that some people may have seen that as a problem. If you get what I'm saying.
Nowhere near to the extent. Yeah.
So for some reason I really remember this vividly, and also
so do I, but I don't know when I remember it. Like,
it's weird as well because I also remember. Did you see when they touched upon Roland Adams? Did you see that he went the dad? Neville, he went and saw another dad, Roland Adams. So I also remember that one.
Okay.
But funny enough, it's not funny at all, but I worked with Roland's brother. I used to work with his brother. Yeah, we've never spoken about, but I knew, as soon as he told me his name, I knew who he was because I had seen his face and stuff, and I'd seen his brother's face and stuff. But I had already knew about that as well. But that one doesn't stick with me, if you get what I'm saying. But this one, which is obvious because this one was massive.
Yeah.
It's kind of, it's harrowing to understand what the parents would have gone through during this time. It's crazy. I just can't, as a father of 3, I can't imagine me. So he was 18, so that would have been 4 years older than my oldest child now. Yeah. I can't imagine what they must have been going through.
And at the times.
Which was and the area as well, because Eltham's notorious as well back in the Eltham was notorious back in the day for that kind of
well, I don't know Eltham like that, but from what you hear about this, I learned a few new things from this.
I feel like you always pick up on something new,
but I think I learned a few new things. But it's crazy when you proper just
deep it,
take in some of the things that are just glossed over, and it's like, really? Just like that happens, and it's like, yeah, man.
And
it's
I found it strange at how difficult it is. It kind of gave me an insight into the police's world of closing cases, because there was a part in this where the police officer Steve, shout out to Steve Coogan as well, because I didn't even know he could do this.
Was you surprised to see him?
Yes, I remember. What was it? Alan Partridge,
bro?
I was like, when I first saw him on here, I was like in Stephen Lawrence.
Did he do well?
Yes. Yeah. I was like, fuck! Like I didn't even know he had this in him.
I've seen him do another kind of dramatic role. I think he's been going in. He's been doing a Hugh Grant.
Oh, okay.
You know, where they're kind of going into a realm where it's like, you know, what was the thing that we reviewed with Hugh Grant? What was that?
Oh, I can't remember.
It's not important, but you know, like going into...
With Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't
remember going into that space of a bit more serious kind of...
drama, more...
Same thing that we're saying my man should do from Sweet Girl. You know, when you've kind of got to now show a different
side.
And I was surprised to see him, but he done really well.
No, he done really well.
I mean, I obviously don't know the character he's supposed to be,
or whether or not he portrayed
him actually well, like that.
But he himself portrayed as well. But shout out to Charlene White as well, who played his mum, Doreen.
Yes,
I've seen her. I think
I've seen her a few times.
Casualty is the one.
I've seen her, but she's always.
The other guys in Casualty as well.
Yeah.
Hugh Quashie.
Yeah, he was a big character. I never watched Casualty
massive.
like that.
I think he's still going on. I think he's like the longest.
Is it?
Longest
Casualty still going on?
I think so.
I don't know about that, but go.
No, I think it's still going on. Or if it has ended, it ended like this year because I'm sure I've seen it. Like unless they was doing repeats, but I'm sure it's still going on.
Okay,
but I'm sure he's the longest serving character.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, these are seasoned actors, and you could tell.
Yeah, and I think his name's Richie Campbell as well. He played Dwayne, the guy who.
Yeah.
He's been in a lot kind of low things. I see. The first thing I remember him, I can't remember, but he played that character Tyrone.
Yeah,
and he was
he
stole man's crepes. Do you remember? He stole man's crepes. And he's like, yeah, man can get my feet in. It wasn't Another Hood.
Yeah,
was it Another Hood?
It was Another Hood.
So yeah, he's come a long way because I see him in an advert as well. Do you see him? And he's getting like shot from helicopters and stuff.
No, I haven't seen that, but I've seen him in something else though.
Yeah,
and,
but it's like I was saying, it was kind of insightful to see from the police's side of how much it's difficult for them to close cases sometimes because there was a part where he had found evidence on Stevens the guy's clothes and he wasn't allowed to use it.
But did it show you, was that an eye-opener on how hard it is to close cases or how hard it is to close certain cases? Because sometimes it comes across where it's not that hard to close other cases. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? But there were certain things that they were having to get ticked off the box, and I was like,
yeah, it was like,
you know,
when that was, I was like, yeah, just because
this
it wasn't
is taking
found.
The science man now to use his level something training to do this. This ain't even. This is going past what you lot need. Surely, I don't know, but it's feeling a bit. You hear me?
And all the leaks in the papers, and it's just crazy to know that.
Well, yeah, because it's wild to know the inside. That's why things like Line of Duty was kind of good because it showed
from their side.
Yeah, because you kind of see and then you start using that hair now. You know how dark it can get and people, like even if they don't know that person that was involved, just to keep face of the force, you get me? It's like, man, so you're on that case. It must be a, you know...
Do you know what I'm saying?
Bruh.
Yeah, it must be. That was horrible. It also weird to see, not weird, but also crazy to see how much they relied on witnesses. That they actually relied on. I don't want to say it. Well, fuck it. On people snitching.
Yeah,
that they really needed people to come forward.
They always say that, man. Most of the police workers not that bad, popo.
Yeah, they literally like if no one came forward in that case,
it holds a lot of weight. It holds a lot of weight
because he still couldn't. Some of the people that he wanted to get on the stand didn't even come on the stand.
Yeah, still wasn't on it.
Do you think that the parents? Do you think they still want to see this?
Well, because as in terms of like shows,
in terms of shows and etc. Do you think something like this will help bring people forward?
I'm gonna say this judged on what little I know and just judging from watching that. Maybe they do, and only because they're still quite active in keeping the word alive. So obviously they've got the foundations and thing. So I wonder if this keeps the word alive or draw attention, but at the same time, watching that let you know that the attention isn't always a good thing. You get me? It comes with, it's bringing back this up again, and then it sparks
because they're going to be back in the news now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, but I just say maybe because, like I said, I learned some new things.
Me as well.
I learned so much new things. So it was like, it just opens you up again to, just a reminder, you get me? It's like, I don't know. I'm going to stick with a maybe. I don't know.
It's hard to even kind of contemplate being in that position, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's difficult, right? Just imagine your child's murdered.
Because remember, even before the Fed was bringing up the case, it's like, yo, make sure you're like, this is proper. Gonna be, because it brings it twice. Like hella times, and it's not cool. Like I'd rather just let me do my thing. Let me. It's like if you are gonna start this bullshit up again.
I do hope. Well, I would assume that the police officer that portrayed, what was his name? DCI Clive Driscoll.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, but it even indicates to you how it ended, and it's like,
violated him.
Bruh.
After all of that.
But you know why it's like now, that's when you start to see the It's like
it was violated because he went against.
Done too much. Yeah,
he done too
much.
Like, sweep this one under the rug, bro.
Yeah,
like,
that's exactly
we've been sweeping.
That's basically
this
what
under
that
the rug.
indicated. Yeah,
We've been sweeping.
It's
this
all
under
right.
the
You
rug.
had your fun. Boom. Now, trying to,
But another thing. It kind of thing is like it's crazy what gets done when you got a white person on your side, isn't it?
And I was, you know what's funny?
Bruv.
I was thinking, when you just got a something that you're gonna say on the show, like in your head, it's like one thing I need to remember is like you always need one of the others on your team, but it's crazy how it always takes one of the others.
It's always good to have always one of the others, side,
bro. I'm telling you,
bruv, they get
proven so many times.
They get things
more time
done
or not. That's the only time where we can get a little bust through. You hear me? You always need. I'm not gonna say you always need, but it helps a hell of a lot when you got one of the others on the side. Even when
they jacked her car, she went to the police station. She's there. She ain't getting no help. One phone call to my man.
As much as I know they were relieved at the scene or whatever that portrayed, I was like, you mother should throw my shoe in.
Bro, I was like, you son of a bitches. And I was like, you know what? I bet that did happen.
Yeah. That's the kind of shit that's because that's the kind of things you don't forget.
Yeah,
but I don't even know. Was they heavily involved in this story? I don't know the backstory of how this came about. Was the parents heavily involved with this?
I'm not too sure, but I feel like anything to do with Stephen Lawrence, they wouldn't be allowed to do unless they had her back. Because I feel like Doreen Lawrence is kind of like
play.
Yeah, you can't like if you're putting something out about my son, I want to like. I'm sure she had a heavy like.
Yeah.
No, that's gone. This is gone. Yeah, you can put that. I'm sure she was well aware of what was going on in this.
No, 100. I would believe so.
Yeah, I would definitely believe so because I know she's heavy into her not protesting. She's heavy into her activism, and she's got the foundation, etc. I think she's an OBE or MBE, one of those ones.
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm saying.
She knows her stuff. She ain't no
so
joke.
Yeah, in saying that, I mean, with hopes that she was, then I would believe that.
I'm sure if someone went to put out something about Stephen Lawrence that never had her say, there would be problems.
Yeah, you would hear about it.
She's Doreen Lawrence. Like it's not a joke. It's a bit weird doing this one as a watch it or not.
I mean, definitely a watch it, man.
It's 100% watch it. It's even to the point that I learned new things and I feel like I know quite a lot anyway.
Just growing up with it.
Just growing up with it. Because this is what I'm saying. This is something man grew up with from young. Everyone knew.
So when you're watching this now and you're like,
it must be a slim percentage of UK Black British people that don't know who Stephen Lawrence is.
Yeah.
You'd be hard pressed to find a black person born in the UK, lives in the UK that don't know who Stephen Lawrence is. I guess
in ways, going along with my maybe again, is this introduces the youngers again into the story, just keeping it.
Yeah.
You hear me? Just
I need to ask my kids actually whether or not they know who Stephen Lawrence is. I wonder if they do.
Yeah. I wonder if they be something to check out.
I definitely will ask them. But yeah, I mean, it's 100% watch it.
Yeah.
Definitely, it's just good to know.
It's good 3 parts as well.
Yeah, it is good 3 parts. None of it was slow.
Yeah,
none
that's
of it
what
was
I'm saying.
slow. It was well paced.
It's a good 3 part, man.
It's good to know about this case and about the troubles they faced and what they was going through and police corruption. Yes, it does exist. Yes, racism does exist. Institutional racism exists. Us as black people, we know this. But it's good to kind of see it in your face, if you get what I'm saying, and be like, okay, raw, like, shit, that's what they did. Raw, they did that. No way they did that. It's kind of, that's what you get from all episodes, to be honest.
Yeah, 100%.
So, yeah, it's definite watch it from me.
Yeah, man. Agreed with everything said. Watch it. 3 parts. This drift nicely. It's not too long. It's not too short. All makes sense. There's a lot of info in there. Watch it. ITV Hub.
Yeah.
Check it out.